Hey there, everyone. Today, I wanted to share an experience that I had with one of the teachings that I have been listening to, which is by a group called the Council. And they suggested that when things get difficult, that what we should do to remember who we are is to breathe until we feel ourselves again. Breathe until we feel ourselves again. And yesterday was an interesting day because it was a bit challenging. There was I had some, I'm on vacation, and when you're on vacation or with with family members, sometimes there are always moments where there is some friction and people do things that you don't really appreciate or think that they should do or behave another way. And I also had the issue with my daughter was like having a bit of friction with her own friends as well, and they seemed to not want to play with her. So I was like feeling in a very like defensive, I would say, mindset, and a little bit like frustrated, I guess. So I sat with this and I tried to apply, or I didn't try, I did apply this teaching breathe until you feel yourself. So I took some deep breaths and I invite you to do the same now. Just take some deep breaths and breathe it in through your heart. And I thought about what does it mean to feel yourself again? And I kind of thought, well, we are eternal beings, we're infinite, we're loved unconditionally, so appreciated, so supported. And I felt into this, and I have the power to do anything, and I can attract anything. So there's nothing to be afraid of, and there is an infinite amount of ideas, an infinite amount of things that we can do to bring us joy, to bring us peace, to bring us satisfaction. So I really sat with that. And then once I was in that position of thinking and seeing things from another perspective, almost as if I was seeing the situation from high above, like a bird's eye view, then I felt different. I felt as if nothing could go wrong. And so I said to my daughter, look, don't worry. Let's go. Listen, let's go and just get out a card game and play outside ourselves. Let's go to the plaza, the main square, and let's just sit down on a table and let's just play ourselves. And so we were there like playing and having a great time. And eventually some of her friends came and they started playing with us. And the family members that I were the a family member that I was a little upset with came too, and we eventually, because I was in this different frame of mind, I wasn't thinking about the behavior that hadn't been I thought was appropriate. I was just thinking I was back in my feeling myself. I didn't even think about it. We just showed them the game, and they ended up loving this card game. It's actually called The Mind, and I love this game because it's not the typical card game where one person wins. It's actually a card game where the group of people playing have to synchronize and work together to move to the next level. And it's very interesting because the card game, which is called The Mind, as I said, has 12 levels. Interesting, like the 12 dimensions. So maybe it's trying to tell us something there. Maybe we do have to work together to shift into the different dimensions. Maybe there's a message there somewhere. I don't know, but in any case, it's a really fun game, and everybody enjoys it, and we just laugh. We just get such a huge laugh out of it. It's really funny, and we eventually all played, and they all enjoyed the game because we taught. It's a very simple game, but you do need to, give some example and show people how it's done. And they eventually got it, and we started playing it, and they really loved it. And not only that, but I felt that the not just the game, but I think more so that really feeling into myself as to who I am really helped me overcome some of those limiting emotions and stopped it from moving or spiraling down into, really getting into sort of a very defensive, sort of frustrated, angry, resentful, I guess, sort of mode, which is I think is very, it's something I think that I've grown beyond. So I was really happy to see that how and I just was in awe of the magic that this game brought about. We started doing that, and just how it brought everyone together. Not only brought everyone together, but really had them enjoying themselves in a way that I hadn't seen in a long time. Like really laughing and really having a good time and wanting to keep playing this game, which is very addictive and really puts your mind to the test, because it's all about guessing what numbers people have and so forth. So yeah, amazing. And I would really encourage you to, if you are feeling a little bit down or a little bit, I think, vulnerable or disempowered, to take those few breaths and really, breathe until you feel yourself, until you to remember. I think what they're trying to say is remember who you really are, and from the place of remembering who you are, and you know the experience that we're having, now act, not from the identity that we have, not from the emotions that we have grown to develop, from the different patterns that we've continued to reenact and keep going and doing over the years. It's coming from that place of remembrance, and really understanding who we are, and to interact and act from that place. So anyway, that was really helpful, and I certainly look forward to doing it more in the future as we move through these interesting times. Anyway, thank you for listening. Much love to you all.